76 degrees, about 60% humidity, and a little bit windy. Perfect day for backpacking. Unfortunately, this evening it's supposed to get down into the high 40s, low 50s. Not real great for sleeping, especially if I'm up in Elliottsville, which is further north. It would only be in the 40s up there. No thanks, I'll wait. Hi, I'm Tinny from minibulldesign, and it's a gorgeous day today. It's about time, isn't it? I went out this morning, and Sue and I went out riding this morning, rode our bikes, and we're going to go out again this evening if it doesn't cloud up and rain. Pretty nice day. The rainy weather has kind of made the road develop a lot of potholes, but it's kind of fun just weaving around them. A little harder on my bike than it is on a regular bike because, well, 3 wheels, and you know how that works. Came out this morning and built some M2s using my turret tailstock, and that has really helped with my wrist and the amount of time it takes to do things. So, I've restocked the store. I was down to, last night I was down, or this morning, I was down to 6, and I just put in 12 more that I built this morning, so there's, last time I checked, there's 18 in there, and although I did raise the price to $20 because I was having a hard time keeping up, I think now with the tailstock that I'm confident that I can keep up with the orders if people keep ordering, which, you know, it may have been just a little wave and everybody got one that wanted one. I don't know, and it may go on for months, I don't know, but I was really struggling to keep up, especially building other stuff too. And you know, that's a good thing. But anyway, they're in there now, and they're in there for $15 again, and I think I can stay there if things don't get too crazy. Now, some people are having a problem, and this has been ongoing. I've probably mentioned it before. They'll watch a video that's a week old, and for some reason they don't realize it's a week old. They think it's today. So if I quoted a price 4 or 5 days ago and they go to the store and that price isn't there anymore, that's probably due to a number of things. I wasn't comfortable with that price. I couldn't keep up. Maybe I thought it was too high and I lowered it. Maybe I thought it was too low and I heightened it. That's just the way it goes. Small cottage industry website, prices change. That's just the way it goes. Now, when I lowered all the prices dramatically, I didn't get anybody emailing me and saying that in a previous video that was one price and they went there and it was lower. Nobody said that. That's funny. People never remember the good things you do, but they always remember the bad ones. I tend to be the same way. So let's go in and look at that turret tailstock. You guys have been asking me about it, and there's a couple of things I want to show you that I find kind of comical. So let's go and take a look. Okay, there's a couple of things I want to tell you here because I find them unusual. First is, this came in a wooden box, steel corners, brass hinges, got a bail snap on it, came with a bracket to hold it, foam in the top, direction packet, basically a handmade case. Very high quality plywood on the bottom, hardwood plywood on the bottom. The rest of it, I don't know what it's made out of for wood, but I'd say it was a soft wood. But anyway, nice presentation. I like that. The Chinese, they work all the angles, and this is one of the angles. Makes you feel like you've got a quality item right away just by the presentation. Second thing is, and let me move the camera in tight here. so I can show you this. Okay. Now, these tools are held in place. They go down into a 5/8 pocket. And then there's a set screw here that you tighten up onto them to lock them in place. And this is tool steel, and it's a pretty good precision fit. I took this drill, cut the shank off it, turned it to exactly 5/8 and just tapped it in and locked it down. So that's how they go in. Now, before I forget, I was putting this in and this Allen wrench wouldn't quite fit. It was a right size Allen wrench, but it wouldn't quite fit. And that's when I realized that I had a piece of Chinese engineering, Chinese metal, Chinese set screw, and I had a Chinese Allen wrench I was trying to use on a Chinese set screw, and it wouldn't fit. I don't know, that just struck me as ironic. I'm kind of funny like that. But victim of their own poor design. But people asked me if it was steady. Okay, now first off, this tailstock quill runs with a set screw to keep it from turning. And you can see this way, on the axis, it has some slop. There's no slop up or down or sideways, it's just rotary slop, which doesn't hurt anything. As far as this, I just touched that. If you don't touch it, if you hold the slop of it, this appears to be very rigid and has no slop in it. Seems to work very good, and it seems to line right up perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of aluminum in the chuck and just give you a basic demo from an angle over here to my left so you can see how it works. Okay, I think this may be a little better angle. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to see if you can see that on camera. No, you can't. Let me bring it in a little bit. I'm going to pull this lever, spin it around. Now that's indexed right there, and that's the drill. And I'm going to spin it to the there. Now there's a spindle slop that I'm talking about that's right in this, but this is rock solid. And that's on the axis, so it doesn't harm anything. Bring this in and square the bottom of this hole. And that's all there is to it. That saves me taking the key, opening the chuck up, taking the drill out, putting a milling bit in, tightening the chuck back up, then loosening it up, taking the milling bit out, putting the drill back in, tightening it up again, which is really hard on the hands and just not good for quality. Okay, well that's basically all there is to that. So I'm Tinny from minibulldesign. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, try to have a really great day, try to have some fun today. Bye-bye.